Some NBA players have really weird nicknames, and in this video, we're going to reveal how NBA players actually got their nicknames. We're starting off with the man of the hour, Ron Artest, later known as Metta World Peace. Drafted 16th overall in 1999 by the Chicago Bulls, Artest made waves from the get-go. After a stint with the Bulls, he found his groove with the Indiana Pacers, earning Defensive Player of the Year honors in 2004 and landing a spot on the All-NBA third team. But here's where the tale takes a wild turn. In 2004, a brawl erupted during a game between the Pacers and the Detroit Pistons, forever marking Artest's name in NBA history. This chaotic event led to an 86-game suspension, the longest in the league's history. Yet, from the ashes rose a phoenix. Ron didn't just bounce back, he soared to new heights. Fast forward to 2010, he became a champion with the Los Angeles Lakers, delivering a clutch three-pointer in the epic Game 7 of the NBA Finals. This redemption arc reached its peak, and in a surprising twist, the athlete, who was fueled by a newfound interest in Buddhism, announced a name change to Metta World Peace in 2011. Our man Ron didn't stop at Metta World Peace. In 2011, he embarked on a wild ride and became Panda Friend during his stint in China. But that's not all. After tying the knot for the second time, he added another twist to his name, going by Metta Sandiford Artest. What sparked this naming spree? Well, Artest drew inspiration from none other than former NFL star Chad Johnson, who transformed into Chad Ochocinco, right? Yet, as fate would have it, Artest soon found himself having second thoughts. Moving on, the next NBA player on the list is a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Trae Young. It all starts with a banger called Ice Trae from the album Control the Streets by Quality Control featuring Quavo and Lil Yachty. Quavo, who was a die-hard Atlanta Hawks fan and part of the Migos trio, was thrilled when the Hawks drafted Trae Young. Having been a fan since Trae's college days, Quavo decides to cook up a nickname, Ice Trae, a nod to his own hit song. And here's where it gets even cooler. After Trae's rookie season, where he ended up missing out on the official Rookie of the Year title, Quavo doesn't hesitate to gift him a blinged-out diamond chain. The pendant, a basketball shimmering with diamonds, spelling out Ice Trae. With a hip-hop icon like Quavo coining the term, Ice Trae became a testament to Trae Young's rise in the NBA spotlight. And he isn't the only man whose label proved just how good of a player he was. Stephen Curry is the maestro of shooting that has revolutionized NBA offensive strategies. His mastery of deep threes and lightning-quick releases, akin to a chef perfecting his culinary craft, has earned him the iconic nickname Chef Curry. But believe it or not, Canadian singer and rapper Drake is the genius behind the name. The nickname originates from a Drake song titled 0 to 100, The Catch-Up. In the song, Drake makes a cooking reference related to Curry. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. That means I'm way up. The 6 ain't friendly, but it's where I lay up. This a layup. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pot, boy. Jeez, that's dope. And to be fair, Curry's not just playing. He's concocting scoring recipes that leave opponents scratching their heads and fans screaming for seconds. With each game-winning shot, Curry embodies the spirit of Chef Curry. Up next, we have the one and only Dennis the Worm Rodman. Now hit the subscribe button and like the video, or I will give you an even worse nickname. Back in the gritty world of the 1990s NBA, Rodman was no ordinary player. His rebellious reputation took root during his time with the infamous Detroit Pistons. But the game changed in 1995 when he signed up with the Chicago Bulls, joining forces with icons like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, and Steve Kerr. This move gave Rodman 3 NBA championships and cemented his legacy as one of the all-time great defensive players. So where does this unique moniker come from? You see, the Worm isn't just a title. Rodman earned it with sheer tenacity on the court. In the early 1990s, his unyielding defense earned him the NBA Defensive Player of the Year title twice. The Worm perfectly captured his ability to navigate through a sea of players, snatching possessions and rebounds. Dennis's dominance was so insane that he led the NBA in rebounds per game for an incredible 7 consecutive years. The nickname wasn't just a tag. It embodied the dynamic, relentless force that was Dennis Rodman. Now, let's enter the world of Tim Duncan, a basketball maestro whose game is poetry in motion, earning him the nick of the Big Fundamental. Picture this: simplicity, consistency, and excellence rolled into one unstoppable force, making Tim the secret sauce behind the San Antonio Spurs dynasty. In the low post, he's like a ninja with a basketball, pulling off moves that leave defenders scratching their heads. But it's not just about the skills. Tim's got the unselfish vibe and a poker face that could rival a statue. Now let's talk nicknames. Some are dull, some are amusing. And then there's Tim Duncan's, the big fundamental. His nickname isn't just a tag, it's a front row seat to Duncan's 19-year hoop journey, a roller coaster of commitment, simplicity, and a whole lot of excellence. 19 seasons, 19 playoff shindigs, 5 championships in a cool 15 years, and not one, but 2 MVP awards. It's like he's playing basketball with a formula for success. No frills, no drama, just results. But not every nickname has a wholesome story behind it, and nobody knows that better than Nikola Jokic, the Denver Nuggets superstar known as the Joker. Hailing from Serbia, Jokic's last name is pronounced as Jokic, causing a bit of a tongue twister for some fans. So this playful label isn't just a random pick. It's got a cheeky tie to Jokic's last name, sharing a cool 3 letters with it. Not to mention the subtle nod to the infamous DC villain. As it turns out, the mastermind behind this moniker is none other than Mike Miller, Jokic's former teammate. Rumor has it that Miller had a bit of a tongue twister moment with Jokic's last name and decided to go with the playful route instead. Sneaky, right? Plus, while Jokic is all serious business on the court, when he's off the hardwood, he's got this killer sense of humor, adding a whole new layer of awesome to the Joker. Up next, let's step into the world of Damian Lillard, the sensational point guard affectionately known as Dame Time. But how did Lillard earn this catchy and fitting nickname? The roots of Dame Time can be traced back to his college days at Weber State University. There, he dazzled fans and teammates with his incredible scoring and knack for delivering in crucial moments. As he consistently rose to the occasion, his teammates and coaches started calling him Dame Time, mainly because of his ability to take charge and sink important shots when the game hung in the balance. And since then, he's more than lived up to the new name. In his very first NBA season, he snatched up the Rookie of the Year award, dropping averages of 19 points, 6.5 assists, and 3.1 rebounds per game like it was no biggie. The guy was a dynamo on the court and a force to be reckoned with. Fast forward to today, and guess what? When the game clock ticks down and the pressure is on, you better believe Lillard will show you exactly why it's always Dame Time. Another player who never fails to deliver on the court is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh man, what is this name? I can't even pronounce it. The unstoppable force driving the Milwaukee Bucks, who is also known as the Greek Freak, a title that doesn't just turn heads, it sets the standard for the most epic nicknames in the NBA. Now, don't let the term freak mislead you. Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't your typical baller. He's a tribute to sheer athleticism. Standing tall at an imposing 6 feet 11 inches, he defies gravity with a jaw-dropping vertical leap, a move usually reserved for players on the shorter end of the spectrum. Sure, you've got dunk contest legends like Dwight Howard, but Giannis takes it up a notch. His agility matches that of a 6'6" wing player, and his speed rivals that of a 6'1" point guard. So I'd say calling the man a Greek freak is pretty fitting. Well, there you have it. This was a look at the backstory of some of the most famous nicknames in the sport. From Steph the Chef Curry to Giannis the Greek Freak, which tag surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, and hit that subscribe button for more content. Until next time.